you have to boil your project down to its simplest form, and I think you have to be very clear about what it is, the genre, who's in it, the characters, what is it that makes the audience want to stick with it, what's the narrative line that goes right through it. And why this project? Why would someone want to finance or see this project compared to the hundreds and hundreds of other projects that come to them? The competition in film and TV is intense, and you really have to have something that's strong, and then you have to just decide what the trump card is and play it, really.
It depends on the project. I think with feature films, it has to be something visual. So you set up an image, even if it's saying that it's a period drama set in Broken Hill or whatever, it's setting up an image straight away. With television, I think it's more about setting up characters, and with documentaries, I think it's setting up a story, a narrative that's actually there, because people assume that documentaries isn't about story.
Because I think you need to say where it's at too in that form too, because the more you can show that you're into it and have worked towards it, it says a lot about your commitment to the project.
Yeah, they have to. That's another challenge, is laughing. So they go through a whole range of things and then build up to that one, which is breaking down the whole their own personality and creating a new one, and doing something that normally they would not do.
Mm-hmm. And then I basically cut down the 10 things to talk about myself.
Yep.
And I've left in about Tristan being the scriptwriter and the animators.
Yep.
I took out who was the director and who was the illustrator and all that.
Yep.
And then I've just got that as a summary. And that's the plan. Because I sort of think you need to say something about all this other stuff in a children's program, but I haven't got time to go into, this is going to be the merchandise.
And I think that's a real problem, and it's what we're finding this afternoon, is how much you as a person who's created this project want to change it. Because the last thing you want to be doing is pitching a project you don't actually believe in anymore yourself.
I think that the most important thing with a pitch like this, which is performance-based, is to say it out loud. Practice out loud. Don't practice by sitting at your keyboard and reading what you're going to say. You need to project it. You need to show your enthusiasm for it. You need to convince people that your idea is the best idea in the world. Your enthusiasm for it means you're going to be able to pull it off, all those things.
The only way that Ned gets back is when the girl blackmails Lewis into giving her a kiss. Ned is able to leap for freedom and get back to his homeland.
For example, from the pilot episode, the winning artists that we had they were living out of their cars for the duration of the production and getting in trouble with the council authorities, and we had to work around this.
But this is a story not about racism, poverty or social disadvantage, but it's a story about hope.
Warped will be a multi-platform project. There will be a website with blogs of the characters and social networking utilities where the fans can follow and talk to the stars on Facebook and Twitter.
4 members of my family murdered in 1981. 6 years later, we were able to come as refugees to this country. Over the last 21 years, I've been practicing the medium of art as a form of healing.
It's about being open and willing to take direction. It's about becoming completely vulnerable and bearing one's soul for all to judge.
A lot of it's about building a brand. It's not sort of that appropriate or wise now to talk about just a single program. It's really about building brands. So those that have clear online potential, those that have clear merchandising potential, those that might get money through voting, those that are animated, that has a lot of spin-offs, they're probably the ones that will really, have the potential to go really big.
I was very impressed. I'm not just saying that because I'm on camera.